Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, supporters. So to the point. The choice between a 1.8 Tsi and a 2.0 Tsi is nuanced and heavily depends on the specific generation of the engine you're considering, as both have a long history with significant revisions. Both engines are part of the EA888 family from the Volkswagen Group. Engine generations and reliability. This is the most critical factor. The EA888 family has gone through several generations, and the reliability and common issues have changed significantly. EA888 Gen 1 and 2, roughly 2007 to 2015, this era, is where both the 1.8 Tsi and 2.0 Tsi gain a reputation for significant issues. The most well-known problem was excessive oil consumption, caused by poorly designed piston rings. This could lead to a host of other issues if not managed, including carbon buildup and a stretched timing chain. The 1.8 Tsi from this generation is often seen as having the same issues as the 2.0 Tsi. EA888 Gen 3, roughly 2013 to 2020, this is where both engines saw major improvements. The oil consumption problem was largely resolved with a redesigned piston ring assembly. The engines were also made more robust and efficient. In this generation, both the 1.8 Tsi and 2.0 Tsi are generally considered reliable engines, but some common issues can still appear, such as PCV valve failure, water pump leaks, and carbon buildup, a common issue with all direct injection engines. Verdict on reliability. If you're looking at a used car, a Gen 3 engine, typically found in vehicles from around 2013 onwards, is a much safer bet for both the 1.8 Tsi and 2.0 Tsi. The older Gen 1 and 2 engines, while still common, can be a lottery. Performance and fuel economy. Performance. The 2.0 Tsi, with its larger displacement, almost always delivers more power and torque than the 1.8 Tsi. This extra power translates to a more responsive and effortless driving experience, especially in heavier vehicles or at higher speeds. The 2.0 Tsi is the engine of choice for performance models like the Golf GTI. Fuel economy. In general, the 1.8 Tsi will be slightly more fuel efficient than the 2.0 Tsi. However, the difference is often not as significant as you might expect, especially on the highway. The fuel economy of a specific vehicle depends more on the car it's in, weight, aerodynamics, and your driving style. Other considerations. DSG gearbox. This can be a key factor. Some 1.8 Tsi engines were paired with the DQ 200 dry clutch 7-speed DSG, which has a torque limit of 250 Nm. This gearbox has a history of reliability issues and can be expensive to fix. The 2.0 Tsi, on the other hand, is usually paired with a more robust DQ250 or DQ380/DQ381 wet clutch DSG, which can handle more torque and are generally more reliable. Tuning potential. The 2.0 Tsi has a much greater tuning potential. Its stronger internals and larger displacement allow for significant power gains with a simple ECU remap, making it a favorite among enthusiasts. The 1.8 Tsi can also be tuned, but its potential is more limited. Choose the 1.8 Tsi if you're buying a newer car, 2013 plus, and want a balance of power and efficiency at a slightly lower price point. You don't need a high-performance engine, but still want more power than a 1.5 Tsi. Choose the 2.0 Tsi if you prioritize performance and a more engaging driving experience. You want the option to modify or tune the engine in the future. You are buying a larger, heavier vehicle where the extra power is a benefit. You want the more reliable and robust wet clutch DSG gearbox. Crucial advice. Regardless of which engine you choose, if you're buying a used car, make sure you know the engine generation. Do a thorough check for service records and look for signs of oil consumption. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.